Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the channel, or good morning to you guys if you're watching somewhere else. I'm just doing that because today we are talking balls, but talking balls alone. So the cameraman and James Robinson is not here with us today, so I'm sure that will be to quite a few of you's pleasure, to be honest. But we're talking the Tour Response, and we've done this ball and we've talked about this ball, how it is a better version, potentially a version of a golf ball that you will use more in comparison to the two golf balls I have here, which are the Srixon Divides. I'm going to talk about how it can help you with a little bit of short game today. So I want to do a little bit of putting, a little bit of short game, and again show you what are the advantages of using this Tour Response ball. Let's talk a little bit about the ball, and as we know, we've done this video before, but it's a three-piece cover. It's got a new seamless Tour Flight dimple. Again, it launches higher, wedge spin is higher, and feel is soft. A three-piece urethane golf ball. What else has it got on there? It has got the easy alignments, the new 360 clear path alignment, which we did talk through. Better visibility, unique multicolour standout design. So again, the colour even of the white is a little bit off, and the green or yellow, depending on what colour you want to call it, is a little bit easier to see. So that's the spiel on the ball. Again, it feels soft, it launches higher, you know, it spins higher. Is that going to be something that's good for you? So have a think about that, guys. Are you somebody who gets too much spin on the ball? That might lose you a little bit of distance. But both balls here are designed to be lined up. So I'm going to hit these two golf balls now. You see they're both lined up to the hole here. Very different looking down to the golf ball. That's why for me the Tour Response is probably the best ball on the market now for the guys who are looking to get feedback. The guys who, I don't blame you, are not going to put a line on the ball, but this does it for you. Again, we have the triple track balls, but for me this is very clear. We can see that rolling end over end, and we can see that very obvious. And that's one thing for me, if we can get that feedback, if we can see that roll, if again a nice feeling ball, a three-piece ball, that's going to then give us the confidence to use it on the golf course, give ourselves feedback, and not start to guess while we might have missed a putt. Again, here with the Divide, I do find it a little bit harder to match up with the middle line, with it being half and half. Again, a little bit firmer. Not the best read I've probably ever done. This is the first time I've probably putted on this green over here at Waterfront. But you can see there the feedback straight away. For me, the Tour Response feels a lot more like a ball I would use. We know on the golf course it was great. We can see it with the irons. We can see how it comes off there. And again, when I talk about feedback, we want to see, if I was somebody who cut across the ball, we'd see, oh right, I have no control. I can see that I cut across that one. We had no real roll to the ball. The same with the triple track, even with the Divide, I can see it changes the roll on the ball. And that's what I mean by feedback. If we then know that we've missed this putt and we can break it down to technique, it's very easy for you to either go and get a lesson or go back to some drills you might have seen on this channel, on another channel, in a magazine, anywhere, definitely not off James Robinson. But you'll be able to get some feedback and work down what you need to go and work on. Do you need to get a lesson? If you do get a lesson, you can go into your lesson and say, I can't get the ball to roll well, so I can't start the ball online. Can we have a look at my technique? Gets you into your lesson, you learn a lot more, a lot quicker, and you get more benefit from that lesson. So let's see it around the green, let's compare it again feel-wise. For me, it does feel softer, the Tour Response. It does say, what it does on the box. It says it's softer feeling, and it certainly feels that off the putter. I've got a soft insert as well, so it does feel that, but it's something that I like. And this is where coming down and hitting a few putts, hitting some longer putts, seeing which one you're the most consistent with and which one feels the best off the putter face. So a little bit firm there. I haven't lined this up, but there, better control. You may say that I hit one with the Divide first, so I'll go the opposite way this time. And again, that does feel very consistent putter face, two lipped out. Just doesn't feel as nice off the face of me there, and that's something that's very big. Feeling, something that you feel confident with, something that feels great off the putter face. Don't forget, we are going to be hitting, unfortunately, the majority of our shots with this club, so getting something that feels good off the putter face, something that you are comfortable over, is going to give you more confidence in holing a putt. So some of you might say we're talking obviously balls, we're talking two different balls. We have got a urethane cover on the Tour Response, we have got an ionomer cover on the Q-Star. The Q-Star Divide is also a two-piece ball. Pricing wise, we're looking at £30 a dozen. For your Srixon Divides, we're looking at £35 for your Tour Response. So a little bit more expensive, but what are we going to get? Again, from an ionomer cover even. We're going to get that ball launching a little bit higher. It does say it's going to be softer. They've also got the spin skin, they say, on that to get a little bit more spin off those golf balls. If it's launching higher with more spin, is that something that's going to help you? I know, and we are waiting for, they have brought some out that have got a white half and then the other colour. So is that going to be something that's a little bit more friendly on the eye when we go into the golf course? Is that something someone will use just because it's white and yellow instead of being blue and yellow or orange and yellow or red and yellow? I think that's what the Tour Response have done well. They do look good down at the ball. It's just like you see some people putting lines on the golf balls. It's a lot more like a normal golf ball. So I think that's where, again, people are favouring towards that. But we can also see here on chip shots how we can get just backspin on the ball. We can get that feedback. So there we can see very consistent. We can start to see if we're getting that neutral ball flight. With the Tour Response, is it as consistent? Is it as visible? Let's see. A little bit firmer, a little bit of a longer swing there. Not as easy to see on the Tour Response, but when we get down onto the, let's test it the other way. When we get onto the golf course, the golf ball is not going to finish perfect for us. But if we are practicing with these golf balls, if we are coming on the green before our round and doing a little bit of chipping, then we might have it this way. We might see again if we can get a better, see, that's much easier. So with the Tour Response, if we get it lined up like we would with a putt, we can certainly see a lot clearer if we've cut across the ball or not. And really what we want you to do here, and one big thing for me, is testing a golf ball out for your short game. Unfortunately, we all miss greens. Unfortunately, the club we use the most even is the putter. So why not test a golf ball out with that? If we know the cover and we know what the launch is going to be, it's very hard to dictate what kind of launch you're going to be getting with your irons because it all depends on your impact position. So sometimes you might be flying it low, you might have a low ball flight, so you might need something with more spin. But you might be somebody who already launches it very high, so if we're getting more spin on there, that's going to again encourage it to be a little bit higher. Possibly you might hit that ball shorter. But around the green, we can make sure we have the right feel and we can be consistent with our shots. The two closest ones there are the Srixon Divides. The difference there, I didn't really feel too much. I still prefer the Tour Response. But getting down here and playing the different shots, I would then move back to hit some pitch shots, see how it spins. But price point, guys, with these two golf balls are very similar. But the one I would be preferring, and the ball that is probably my favourite, hopefully TaylorMade do send me some out, is the Tour Response, and that would be a golf ball that I would use a lot. It's great for feedback, it's great for your improvement, it's just great for you to be able to see what is actually happening and not spending 18 holes going, did I lift up there? What did I do? Did I cut across it, or did I decel, or did I lift my head up, or you know, all the same reasons or the same excuses that I hear from people because we're not sure. If you can see how the ball is rolling, how it's performing, you can start to correct yourself, you can start to improve, hopefully, without needing a lesson. But if you do need to get a lesson to set you on the right way, you can go into that lesson and be able to say, I've started to see this because I've been using this golf ball and it's really given me some good feedback. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed that episode of Talking Balls. A little bit different, probably a little bit more information there without James Robinson. I'm only kidding. James will be back next week. He is in Spain at the moment. But yeah, a little bit more information of how it's going to help you around the greens, help you with putting. We all know how it's going to help you off the tee and how it launches. But we need to know what it's going to do with the clubs you probably use the most. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again later in the week.